U.S. troops withdrawal from Afghanistan. Ultimately, that was need of the year, and it really came in this year as a New Year gift for all U.S. troops who are going back home. Well, keeping U.S. forces anywhere where terrorist regime or safe terror haven is there is has become a practice in last 2 decades after 9/11. Well, but that doesn't stop the attacks. Attacks can happen from anywhere in the world, and keeping all keeping So I was saying that not just Afghanistan, there are terrorists are everywhere. In Pakistan, there are there. What kind of regimes are these? Everyone knows, and attack can be launched from anywhere in the world, and everywhere. USA cannot keep their military to fiddle with the interior aspirations of people, or in fact, they are hungry of American blood so much that they are ready to kill Americans right there wherever they are, and they don't have to come to USA in homeland where they can deal with us on our terms. So it's useless to keep American troops everywhere in the world, and they are getting killed by them in last 10 years, 15 years, 17 years, and 4,500 dead. That is a poor record. That should not be given so easily to the terrorists, Muslim terrorists, Islamic terrorists. Well, they are adamant on killing U.S. soldiers. So, and even keeping a child nation like behavior with these nations, USA is keeping Afghanistan as a child nation and taking care of this nation. But that doesn't do any return. It doesn't work in the futuristic world. That will be called a wrong practice. If we are going to have attacks in our homeland, we'll deal with that. On that time, when 9/11 happened, we dealt with Afghanistan and other places, Iraq or other places, Saddam Hussein's Iraq and Taliban's Afghanistan. Right then, when it happened, we reacted to that. And instead of that, it's just a lagging process of 10 years, 15 years, camping there, staying there in that region, wherever these people have control. And 60,000 remains 60,000 in 15 years. This is ridiculous. Somewhere there's a factory of terrorists right there, somewhere in southeast, which is northwest of ours, right there. I say right there, you say right there. There's a factory of terrorists going on in Swat Valley, or northern Waziristan, or northern Pakistan, or even Quetta, Balochistan. They can be Taliban's now, and Baloch later. Nobody knows where these people are coming from. And 60,000 remains 60,000. That much money, this bankrupt, almost on the brink of bankruptcy, this country is investing so much money in the proxy war and terrorism against USA, against India. This is so. If we are well, if we have such a problem in the neighborhood, well, we should not deploy our soldiers USA soldiers, US soldiers in Afghanistan. They should be brought back and let them deal with it. Whatever is the problem, it will come out in the world's arena that Pakistan has designs over something, that Pakistan has upper hand, a blessing hand over on the top of Taliban's heads. So that will be proved, and that will be dealt with by all the world's people who criticize otherwise, the rhetorically criticizing American policies, that why America is sending their people to these countries, why they are killing us here, America is imperialistic and all that. So that will be dealt with. All those experts who have such opinion, very intellectually, those will be dealt with on the platform of TV media or anywhere. That we have pulled out from there, still they are attacking on us. So what should be done with these neighbors who are pumping in the money coming from UAE or Saudi Arabia? 3 billions are coming from there and going to remote land of Afghanistan to help Taliban, to keep Americans engaged, and and ignoring your own people in Pakistan. That money is going where? That money is being taken by the excuse of making Pakistan a plant-based economy. What plant-based? It is RDX-based economy. So that's how the events came up in the last year, last few days, and right now India is really on the brink of having a major conflict with either terrorists or Pakistan itself, or even China can come from there, from the northeast. And USA and India ties are not good in this regime, Modi regime. Modi regime is being ousted by people's furious voting patterns, and furiously people are thwarting out Modi regime from the Lok Sabha election, the parliament election, very soon. And 3 states they have lost the election in. And after that, I guess US and India tie-ups will be much better in the new, perhaps Congress-led regime, or Congress and Third Front plus AAP and other parties, other regional parties. It will be much better. And well, US tie-ups with India will be much better in future, near future. Economy will improve after terrorism will slide away from this century's heads. On this century, terrorism is looming over us. And what else I can say? So this is a nice development in this region, South Asian region, and even in Syria. And I want US troops to withdraw from Yemen war too. Yemen is a very bad state of human rights and humanitarian grounds. Yemen should not be having a war anymore. They cannot survive. The people are starving. So USA should come out of Yemen too easily. There was an excuse of Khashoggi, but it was not taken up nicely. And Saudi Arabia can have a war with Yemen by themselves. Why USA help they need in that region? So having interest in that region, in a region, doesn't make us obligatory, or make it obligatory, doesn't make it obligatory to us, to USA, especially for us, that we should uh, get ourselves involved in a war which is not ours, and our people are suffering for so many years in a war is a bad policy, bad strategy, defeat of strategy it is called. So if doesn't if a pond is having a still water, it should be muddled up by running the stick or throwing stones in it. So it's just a one stone, 1 or 2, 3 stones that America is trying to do now, and USA is coming out of Syria, very welcome, very much welcome. USA coming out of Yemen, wonderfully welcome. Or USA coming out of Afghanistan, very much welcome, very good. Some relief for the troops and some mental exercise for these psychopaths who are trying to attack here or there, or trying to take up the safe haven territories. Well, you try that, and Afghanistan forces are now very good fighters who can defend themselves by themselves. And as far as air base is concerned, air bases can be opened in nearby India too. India is much better place for an air base instead of Bagram air base, and protecting air base is the biggest problem. Air base should be a shooter, an attacker. It's a attack defense strategy works with air bases. Air bases are to attack, are to be offensive. Air base has become defensive and is making us defensive is very stupid. Air base should be in a safe place from where the fighter jet takes off and drops the bombs in the target areas. So air base can be opened in India too. And after that, I would say, well, this I meant to be a Twitter video, but it's too long. So many complicated things cannot be explained in a short video. So it's a war analysis video, and it has to be long, and it should be learned with a lot of patience and care. So right now that is the thing. And Russia and Ukraine problem is also there. Kaliningrad and Poland problem is also there. So these problems are going to be there in 2019, but 2020 is nearing by, and World War III predictions are really coming true. Nostradamus has said that volcanoes and earthquakes, that all came true, tsunamis, that all came true, but war prediction, he has said about 19 or 2020, it's not known. In fact, it gets known much later. When it happens, it gets known. It cannot be understood earlier than it happens. So yes, that is it. Today's situation, when the situation changes, when we see astrologically India is going to war in February, March, that is the worst time. Moon, Jupiter, and Ketu, all three are bad for, all three are war givers, and that period will be lethal for India. So suddenly Pakistan can attack on us, suddenly terrorist organizations can attack on us, and we'll have to fight a war against them. And that's all astrologically is coming up. USA has crossed lines and crossed the worst period of it easily, thanks to the nice strategists who are working on it. And now it's just that so this is it, and this year ends. 2018, bye bye, bye bye. 2019, well, welcome. I salute the 2019. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Kai Hrim Haskal Klim Sakal Shrim. 2019 will be much better year for us all. Thank you.